Hi, kindergarten, it's Miss B. It is time for story time. We're going to start a new series today, Mercy Watson. Our first book in it is Mercy Watson to the Rescue. It's written by Kate D. Camillo. Illustrations are by Chris Van Dusen. I think I've seen some of his illustrations before, and they're pretty good. So, are you ready to get started? Now, if you look at the cover, I'm wondering, is that Mercy or is this Mercy? Where is this pig going, and why is the person hanging out of the window up there? Gets me very curious. So let's find out with Mercy Watson to the Rescue. Chapter 1. Mr. Watson and Mrs. Watson have a pig named Mercy. Okay, first question answered there. Each night they sing Mercy to sleep. Bright, bright is the morning sun, sing Mr. and Mrs. Watson, but brighter still is our darling one. Dark, dark is the coming night, but oh, our Mercy shines so bright. Yes, the pig is in the bed. I know, how crazy. This song makes Mercy feel warm inside as if she's just eaten hot toast with a great deal of butter on it. Mercy likes hot toast with a great deal of butter on it. Who doesn't? But when Mr. and Mrs. Watson kiss her good night and turn off the light, Mercy's room becomes dark. Very dark. And Mercy does not feel warm and buttery toasty inside anymore. She feels afraid. One night after Mr. and Mrs. Watson sang their song about the sun and kissed Mercy good night and turned off the light, Mercy decided something. She decided that she would be much happier if she wasn't sleeping alone. And so Mercy got out of her bed and went and got in bed with Mr. and Mrs. Watson. She snuggled up between them. Mercy felt warm inside as if she had just eaten hot toast with a great deal of butter on it. Chapter 2. Mr. Watson and Mrs. Watson and Mercy were all in bed together. They were all dreaming. Mr. Watson was dreaming of driving a very fast car. Vroom, said Mr. Watson in his sleep. Vroom, vroom. Mrs. Watson was dreaming of buttering hot toast for Mercy. She buttered one piece and then another and then another. There's Mr. Watson dreaming. Have some more, dear, Mrs. Watson said in her sleep. Eat up, yum, yum. Mercy was dreaming about hot butter toast too. In Mercy's dream, hot buttered toast was piled high on her favorite blue plate, and Mrs. Watson was buttering still more. It was an excellent dream. Mr. Watson said, vroom, vroom. Mrs. Watson said, have some more, dear. Mercy snuffled and chewed in her sleep. Mr. Watson and Mrs. Watson and Mercy were all so busy sleeping that they didn't hear the bed creak. They were all so busy dreaming, they didn't hear the floor moan. Oh no. Do you have a prediction in your head of what's going to happen next? I do. Chapter 3. Boom! A hole opened under the Watsons' bed. Crack! The Watsons' bed fell into the floor. Mr. Watson woke up. Mrs. Watson woke up. Mercy woke up. What the? Said Mr. Watson. Oink, said Mercy. It's an earthquake, shouted Mrs. Watson. It's the end of the world. Nonsense, said Mr. Watson, but he didn't sound too sure. He sounded frightened. Mercy, however, was not frightened. Mercy was hungry. Oink, said Mercy again. She moved to the end of the bed. Boom! Crack! The bed fell a little farther into the hole in the floor. "Don't move!" shouted Mr. Watson. "Whatever you do, don't move!" Mr. Watson and Mrs. Watson and Mercy held very still. Mrs. Watson started to cry. "I know exactly what we must do," said Mr. Watson. "We must call the fire department. They will rescue us." "But you said we should not move," said Mrs. Watson. "How can we call the fire department if we cannot move?" Mercy recalled her lovely toast-filled dream. She wondered if there was toast in the kitchen. While Mr. Watson and Mrs. Watson were arguing, Mercy hopped off the bed. Boom! Crack! Yikes. "Look," said Mrs. Watson, "Mercy has escaped." "She's going to find help," said Mr. Watson. "She's going to alert the fire department." Mercy left the bedroom at a gallop. She was in a hurry. She was on her way to the kitchen. She was looking for more toast. Chapter 4. And I know some of you are going to say, "Boy, those are short." That's okay. Some can be long, some can be short. It's just the way authors decide how to do their books. In the kitchen, Mercy sniffled the table. She sniffed the kitchen counter. She sniffed the floor, but there was no toast. There was not even a crumb of toast. Mercy's stomach growled in disappointment. Boom! Crack! "Help us!" Mrs. Watson called. Mercy thought very hard. Where could she get a snack? The answer came to her. Baby Lincoln always had sugar cookies. Baby Lincoln lived next door, and Baby Lincoln liked to share. Is she getting help, though? Mercy took the kitchen doorknob in her mouth, and she turned it. "Help!" Mrs. Watson called again. Sugar cookies, thought Mercy. She stepped outside. And tomorrow we'll start with Chapter 5 and find out, does Mercy get help? Or does Mercy find Lincoln in those sugar cookies? I wonder. What about you? Snip, snap, snout. Story time's all told out. See you later, kindergarten.